Tonight, a significant development, more serious questions about one of the Valley's largest medical imaging companies. This time, accusations of a dangerous medical mistake leading to life-threatening overdose. ABC 15 investigator Jennifer Kovaleski has the explosive accusations in a new lawsuit.
This is Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi. Thank you for calling me back.
You're listening to a telling phone call.
We just wanted to check in to see how you were doing.
I'm recovering. I slept all day.
The aftermath of what happened to a patient inside this Scottsdale Medical Imaging Center back in 2021. On a call, the patient recorded with a SimonMed employee and detailed in a court filing.
I think I lost about 4 hours of time where I don't remember anything that happened.
This conversation happening the day after the patient was rushed to the ER. Medical records show she overdosed minutes after getting the wrong medication during an MRI scan at SimonMed. Now listen closely.
Yeah.
So what happened is the technologist, instead of grabbing the contrast, she grabbed on accident a sedative.
That SimonMed employee admitting they made a critical mistake.
It was a big error and we do apologize.
Apologizing because, according to her medical records, a SimonMed tech accidentally injected her with a large dose of the sedative Valium, putting her life at risk.
She recalls pain as the injection started and saying to the technician, "Ouch, this can't be right, something's wrong." And then immediately things go black for her.
Attorney Rachel Fitzpatrick represents the patient. She recently filed this medical malpractice lawsuit against SimonMed.
How would you describe this case? As an incident that should have never happened.
Her client asked us not to share her name to protect her privacy, but wants the public to hear her story.
Well, how is your client doing? This overdose basically upended her life for the better part of a year. We saw the coverage about the licensure issue with SimonMed, and immediately it set off alarm bells in my head about another instance of lack of proper supervision.
She's talking about what our ABC 15 investigation exposed last October. SimonMed, one of the largest medical imaging providers in the Valley, was at the time operating unlicensed and unregulated by the state health department, preventing accountability in another shocking and what experts call preventable MRI incident.
I would describe it as a pretty catastrophic failure.
This time it happened at the SimonMed in Avondale.
It's unbelievable. It doesn't seem real.
Tony Son's sister, Arizona inmate Lacey Windust, was stuck to an MRI machine and seriously injured after prison records showed a SimonMed tech left on her metal shackles. MRIs are basically giant magnets.
That magnetic field grabbed hold of the chain and essentially pulled the prisoner up against the MRI.
A prison guard was also stuck to the MRI machine because he was carrying a gun.
It seems indicative of a culture where there is not the proper oversight happening to ensure a patient's safety.
In her client's case,
Not only did they give her the wrong medication altogether, but they also administered an excessive dose of it to her, 50 milligrams.
how much is 50 milligrams of Valium?
Such an excessive dose that no one should ever receive that under any circumstances in one go.
According to the lawsuit, even the ER doctor couldn't believe it. Writing in the patient's medical notes, I question the validity of the medication dosage, as in order to provide 50 milligrams of Valium, the nurse would have had to draw up medication from a large number of vials, which would have been highly atypical. The doctor says he then called the imaging center, who confirmed the patient did indeed receive 50 milligrams of Valium.
For someone to get 5 times the recommended max dosage is extraordinary and extraordinary negligence. There are procedures, or there should be, that are in place to ensure that this precise thing doesn't happen.
The lawsuit says the overdose caused her client to go back on anti-seizure medication, delaying her IVF fertility treatments for a year.
It exacerbated her existing medical conditions. It created new medical conditions.
Which brings us back to that recorded phone call between the patient and a SimonMed employee.
We did want to let you know that we will cover the hospital bill as well.
Fitzpatrick says SimonMed never fulfilled their promise to pay her client's hospital bill and later sent her a bill demanding payment for her incomplete MRI scan.
Reminding her of the worst day of her life when she was overdosed with Valium. It was just so egregious. We have to hold them accountable for this.
Since our reporting last fall, another significant development. These 11 SimonMed imaging centers are now licensed with the state health department. And we've learned all of the company's Arizona locations will be licensed soon. This means the health department can once again investigate complaints at SimonMed. In court documents, SimonMed admits the patient was provided with the wrong medication, but deny the other allegations in the lawsuit. I'm investigator Jennifer Kowaleski, ABC 15, Arizona.
SimonMed sent us a statement saying, in part, any incidents that occur are fully investigated and all such incidents are reported to the appropriate regulatory agencies and accrediting bodies. The company cited HIPAA for why it couldn't comment on the details in this case.